In yesterday's Dusty News Network broadcast, one of the slides was a receipt a young woman had received from a date for the dinner that he paid for. And he wanted her to reimburse him for the cost of the meal because he was upset that she did not text him back. So I felt under the circumstances, I really couldn't go into much detail on that show because that wasn't the purpose of that broadcast. What I wanted to do, though, was do kind of what I'm going to call a public service announcement to young men to let you know that when you take a woman out on a date, it doesn't entitle you to anything but the time that she gives you during that date. That's it. And, because it's like, just like that guy in the video, I don't understand why guys think that if you ask a woman out on a date 2 or 3 times or whatever, that then if she decides she doesn't want to see you anymore, you figure that she just used you for free food or drinks or something. That's where his mind went. It wasn't to the fact that maybe they just didn't click and she didn't know how to tell him, and so she just did the ghost thing. That's the usual way that it goes down. But the main thing is for that gentleman and for men who think like him, first of all, your little date money does not entitle you to anything in exchange. You're not entitled to a second date. You're not entitled to follow-up text. You're not entitled to a follow-up phone call. Nor are you entitled to get your freaky conversation on. You're not entitled to a commitment or any kind of exclusivity. Nor are you entitled to touch her without her permission. And you certainly are not entitled to get busy. Y'all need to get that through your thick skulls. You're not entitled to any of those things that so many of you seem to feel are part of the package when you spend $20 on a date. Secondly, why can't you guys ever accept that you are the one that messed up? Okay, look at this. When a woman goes out with you, she's watching and she's looking and she's listening to everything that you do and everything that you say during the date and prior to that on the phone. That's how she's trying to size you up to see if you're somebody that's good for her long term or not. So by the time she agrees to go on a date with you, that means you've been given an opportunity. That means you've been given an opportunity. But since you got dismissed after you had that opportunity, it means that somewhere during that dating, screening, vetting process, you did or you said something that turned her off, that made her feel disrespected, that hurt her feelings, that made her question your sanity. There's something that happened where you got you lost points and you went over into the dark side, and there's no coming back from that because she's not invested in you yet. That's why she doesn't want to see you anymore. So you don't want to admit that you messed up in some way because, see, then that would affect your ego. And we know how you're all about that. Instead of, doing some introspective examination, well, what did I say? What did I do? Look at how her expression changed when I said that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, and then I would have got a second date, and I really would have got a chance to show her what a nice guy I am, but I couldn't control my mouth, and so now I screwed everything up because I was dumb. That's what you should do. And so, but instead what you try to do is you flip it around so it's that to be her fault that you got rejected instead of yours. Because like I said, she agreed to go out with you. You had a golden opportunity and you blew it. So you got to understand, in reality, when a woman refuses to see you again, it really doesn't have anything to do with that little chump change money that you spent. And it has everything to do with the fact that you opened your big old mouth and you said some dumb stuff, something inappropriate or offensive or something that scared her or something stupid, basically something that you shouldn't have said. Or during the screening process, she realized that you don't really meet her standards in some way. Something about how you behave. It could be your table manners. I have stories about that I have shared in videos. It could be your grooming. It could be your conversation. You failed to be a gentleman. Your sexism reared its ugly head. Or you texted or used your phone during the date, so you got put into the knucklehead category. See, those are all things women are looking at. And please don't let you stare at some woman that's going by like you never seen a woman before. That's a guaranteed turn off. Or, Your behavior was just disturbing. Maybe you did something that was inappropriate, offensive, scary, or stupid, like, you should have. Like you came on too strong. That's a typical one. I have a friend who's going through something like that now. The guy's talking about his mad love and what he could do for her and how he wants to marry her and how she can live in his house and all of that. And they've been on 2 dates. You see what I'm saying? So you come on too strong, you scare the woman off. Or maybe she didn't like how you spoke to the wait staff. And she thought, well, if he's rude to people that he thinks are beneath him, then, what's he going to do about me or my mother or somebody, some senior or something? Women think about things like that. Or maybe you got drunk or you showed up high or you grabbed her in some way, you touched her, or you farted, or you belched her, you sit there with food dripping from your lips and you failed to use your napkin, or you picked your teeth at the table like a country bumpkin. You chewed with your mouth open. Men do all these kind of things and it just is a turnoff. But like I said, if a woman was interested enough in you to go out with you, that was your big chance. But if she's good after just a date or 2 or 3, that means somewhere in there, you messed up and you blew it. And you did that. You did that. You did that to yourself. So don't be mad at her for moving on, because that's what dating's about. You're not supposed that you don't have a relationship with this chick, okay? She don't owe you no kind of commitment or no kind of, obligation and expectations. There should be none, because you don't even really know each other. You're in the exploration phase. So, if she moves on and she finds somebody that she thinks has better sense, that knows how to act, that knows how to talk to her, knows how to treat her, doesn't say inappropriate, childish, or profane things that turn her off, then, she's probably going to swing that way and you're going to get left in the dust. And I understand that dating sucks. Trust me, I've been doing this for a long time, and I just really wish there was a better way. But until something does come up that's a better system, this is the one this is it. This is all that we have. So I suggest that you gentlemen learn how to be sensible and make it work for you. Whatever you've been doing obviously isn't working if you keep getting shot down, you keep getting set over there in the friend zone, or you get dismissed altogether. So what do you have to lose by trying a new approach? As they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So I think it's time for you to try something different, as this has been your consistent result. And from my point of view, you don't have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain. This is Deborah Cooper from survivingdating.com. Check me out on my new Instagram account. It's surviving.dating. There'll be great discussions over there and lots of interesting comment going up as soon as I can post it. Thank you very much for listening. So, become a subscriber to the channel and hit that like button. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.